Pablo Larraín joining us now. Spencer, absolutely brilliant, standing O's, all the film festivals, lots of Oscar buzz. Thank you for giving us this gift. I have to ask you, Pablo, I know you love making films that are fun to make. Would you say this was a fun film to make?
Of course, it's that doesn't mean they're easy,
Right.
but it was a beautiful challenge. I think that we had a great story, we had a great script, and an incredible cast and crew, and mostly we had Kristen, and she was able to embrace the character and deliver something so beautiful and human, I believe.
Now, did you know Kristen Stewart from the get? Was that your vision for it? Who would portray Diana, or was it something that you worked through?
No, I felt that she was, the right person to do it, and because she has this very mysterious and enigmatic presence in camera, just like Diana had, I believe. So it was a very good match from the very beginning.
Obviously, it has served very well. Now, let me ask you, I thought it was so interesting that you started the film, Diana already very dismayed, kind of over Charles, over everything. Why did you pick kind of that to begin the film, that moment in Diana's life where she was?
Well, it's, I think any of us would likely be defined in a better and more precise way when we're going through our crisis. And that's what we chose. We chose the moment that she decides to leave the royal family, decides to leave that marriage, and it was a big deal. She decides to be, among other things, a free person, and that includes not to become a queen. Back then, of course, she didn't knew anything, and that would have happened afterwards. But I guess that's what it is. It's just how she was able to find herself and realize that she didn't need anyone to be who she was, and that was probably a good point and a good focus for a movie like this.
I was so inspired. I mean, a true story of an underdog, really, right? You take us down and we're like, oh, and then you bring her back up. So is that your intention from the start when you began this filmmaking experience?
Well, it's a very dramatic movie, of course.
Yeah.
But we see how she struggles, but eventually there's some sort of a healing that she finds, and she's able to put herself together with her children and let us understand that this is a movie about motherhood as well, which is something I consider very relevant.
Yes, and I'm a mother as well. How integral were the costumes? Because they were just perfection.
Yeah, beautiful. I think that Diana, among other things, she was a fashion icon, and she was someone who made very bold and interesting decisions on what to wear, when, and how. So working with Jacqueline Duran, our costume designer, in that process was fabulous. We had to make a lot of choices because there were many options. Of course, Diana, if you look at her pictures, there are millions and with many alternatives. But it was an incredible process. I personally really loved that and had a lot of fun with it. And I think that fashion, when in the right place, can be an art form too. And I think that Diana had a very particular taste for color, and that's it's interesting, of course.
It was so vibrant. Have the royals seen this film? Have you gotten feedback?
I don't know.
You don't know. We shall see.
I hope they get to see it, but I don't know. We haven't got any feedback so far.
Was there a moment, Pablo, in filming when you realized you're watching Kristen, or you're something that happened that you thought, this is magic? This was meant to be?
Well, early on in the process, movies are made really slowly, right? It's like a shot by shot and brick by brick. So it's a slow process. But early on, I thought that she was capturing something very deep and real and something that we could relate to. So, we just keep going.
Yes, please keep going. Please keep giving us your gift. Of course, we love pretty much everything that you do. So we can't wait to see future projects. Of course, this is absolutely exquisite. Spencer, everyone needs to check it out now. Pablo, thank you so much for taking the time.